Hello and happy Monday. Oh my gosh, can't believe it's Monday again. But the good news is that I just wanted to do a quick video today to share a couple of great skincare kind of hacks to be able to do a little self-pampering during this. You know, I'm all about self-care, self-compassion during this time. And a friend of mine who I'm just going to bring on right now. Hi, Hiram.
Hi, Karlie. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so excited that you're going to share some of your wisdom with us. Hiram is a self-proclaimed skincare junkie and expert on all sorts of tips and tricks. We actually just recently did a couple of YouTube videos together that are launching today, right?
Yes, they are. I'm so excited.
So catch those YouTube videos for more tips and tricks. But for this moment right here, we're going to play a quick game of skincare truth or dare.
Truth or dare, yes.
Truth or dare. Love it. So if you guys have questions for us, you can submit them in that little questions box at the bottom next to comments. And we'll be taking your questions. Let's see. Let's start with this one. Truth. All right, Hiram,
Okay.
how long have you gone without washing your face?
Oh, you know, it was just like an hour, so not that long.
Really?
I know
I
it's
actually
bad,
believe that with you.
Oh man, yeah. I wash my face like at least 2 times a day. It's a little obsessive. It's a little
How many
bad.
times do you wash your hands a day? Because I feel like you are
Oh, right now,
yeah, germaphobe.
probably about 12 times a day at least, I would say. A lot. So lots of hand cream. How about you?
I find I'm washing my hands. I'm always a germaphobe, but like I wash my hands, I'd say probably 15 times a day, like or more, definitely more. Especially I'm cooking a lot, so I'm like
Mhm.
really just conscious of keeping my hands clean.
That's good.
There's a question somebody just asked, what's the best exfoliant for sensitive skin? It's a great question.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess I'll go first. I would
Yeah.
say anything that's an enzyme exfoliator. So papaya or pumpkin. For example, Kate Somerville has a great one that's a liquid one, very
Mhm.
gentle on the skin, very lightweight. I find that one to be one of the best for really sensitive skin. Do you have any recommendations?
For exfoliants, I mean, my skin is sensitive and I find, but also I have combination skin. So I
Hmm.
have parts that are more oily and parts that are more dry. So I find, especially in the winter, like my dry skin really, I need to exfoliate. Otherwise, my pores get clogged and it's not pretty. So I like to use things that have natural kind of enzymes like that that
Hmm.
really break down and clean out your pores. That's the best
Yeah.
feeling. And honestly, after we all can go back to normal life, I'm very excited to get a good facial. But I actually
Just
want
take
to ask you,
everything off.
Hiram, what can I do in the meantime? And what can others out there who are watching and need to do a little bit of self-care and like would love to just give
Yeah.
themselves a nice facial at home with whatever we have? Are there any tips you have?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're all stuck at home, which means it's a great time to like leave this period once it's all over with glowing, beautiful skin. So I would say go for like the exfoliating products, exfoliating masks. Those are great because they'll really get off all the dead skin cells that have built up over time and really give you that glow. And if you do that consistently, at most every other day, you're going to leave all of this with really beautiful skin. But I would
Yeah.
also say be sure and wear sunscreen. I know a lot of people aren't wearing sunscreen right now because they're like,
Mm.
oh, well, I'm inside. But if sunlight is streaming through the windows anywhere, that's going to be sun damage. And if you're going
Yeah.
to be exfoliating your skin, you definitely want to make sure that you're putting on sunscreen every day.
No question. And to the point of another thing you can do at home to really take care, this is my
Yes.
giant bottle of water that I'm just like trying to drink as much water as I can. I find that helps. But yeah, and Hiram, you have so many great tips. One of the
Well, thank
things
you.
we did in our YouTube collaboration was sharing tips. And, you know, at
Hmm.
this time when everyone is at home and, we're on Zoom calls. So, we're actually ironically maybe like more close face-to-face
I know,
action
right
than,
there.
yeah, you really have to show face, but also, I don't know, it's funny. So I find I'm wearing less makeup, obviously,
Hmm.
than being on a photo shoot, but still wanting to kind of put on a nice little bit of glow. Do you have any recommendations for kind of just how to
Yeah,
optimize for a great
yeah.
kind of routine?
I mean, right now, like you said, a lot of people are wearing less makeup right now, which is great for the skin because the less makeup, the better. I
Yeah.
would say one thing that can work for if you still want to, have that fresh look, no makeup, makeup style look, opt for like a tinted moisturizer because you're getting a lot of hydration mixed with the actual pigment that comes in makeup.
Mm.
So it's a little bit better than a full coverage foundation that I'm sure you're used to with photo shoots and all that kind of stuff, and that some people wear every day. It'll let your skin just breathe a little bit more. But also, if you are wearing makeup, don't forget to have a good cleansing system, like double
Mm.
cleansing. Because even though you're wearing less makeup, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be making sure you're getting it all off. So that's
Yeah.
what I would recommend. Yeah.
That well, that actually is, so I didn't answer the first dare truth of like how long
Hmm.
have I gone without washing my face.
Yes.
Honestly, sometimes I'm embarrassed by how often I fall asleep with my makeup on. Sometimes you just can't help it. Sometimes I'm so tired, I skip.
Hmm.
I just go straight to bed, which is terrible. But I have been much more diligent lately with really taking my makeup off. And one thing, a question somebody asked was, what eye cream do you recommend for the skincare area? And this is the
Ooh,
A&R
that's good.
Repair Eye that I love. It's got a really nice gel consistency that I do under the eyes. It's got like this kind of like gooey gel, really thick, really nice, kind of hydrating for the very sensitive eye area.
Yeah. Speaking from personal experience, that's a good one. And I'm really picky about products, but we talked about in the video how actually Advanced Night Repair is like my favorite products from Estee Lauder. So that's a good eye cream. I really like it.
Let's see, some other dares here.
Ooh,
Hmm.
yes.
I saw
Should
a
we dare
dare.
each other or what
Yeah,
should
do
we
you have a
do?
dare for me, Hiram?
Yeah. Um, First off, and maybe you'll remember this from the video, but do you remember that pore extraction tool that you showed me?
Yes.
Yes. So after you're done with this live video, I dare you to throw that away or recycle it.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
Take
that
care
can.
of your skin.
Oh my gosh. Have you guys seen these tools that Hiram's talking about? I mean, there's so many crazy tools out there that can actually do so much damage. I was
Mhm.
telling Hiram how like my skin journey has been all over through the years. I've had I used to have kind of not a single pimple, and then like I entered my 20s and all of a sudden I got acne for the first time, and I was so confused because I thought like that was supposed to happen in your teens, but so I had to really relearn how to take care of my skin, and there's a pore extractor. How would you say tools like that are just better to steer clear of?
Yeah, at least ones that harsh. Like cleansing tools are okay,
Yeah.
but anything where you have to aggressively push into the skin, anything that could be messing or digging in your pores, you're really damaging, breaking a capillary, which I've struggled with, like in my nose from those tools, and that'll last forever unless you get like laser
Really
corrective
expensive laser.
treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I did
exactly.
exactly that. Okay, another tip and trick that I love, and I'm gonna dare you to do if you can, is, and anyone watching knows that I love my frozen spoons
Yes.
cryo kind of facial. And these are, my friend Georgia Louise sent me these, and I have them in my freezer at all times. They're basically like frozen, I don't know actually what they're technically called, but it's like frozen metal on a stick, and a spoon will do the same kind of thing. But um, can I dare you to do a cryofacial
Yes,
with me?
because I have the ratchet form that
Yes,
everyone can do. It's spoons, which I think is great because
exactly.
everyone can take their spoons and do the
Exactly.
same type of thing that Carlie's doing.
Okay, will you show me how you would do it?
Yeah, so usually I would start, so take the back of your spoons if you are using spoons, and then start at the center of the forehead, and then slowly push outwards, upwards and outwards, down to your temple. Not being too rough.
That feels so nice. Are
Yeah.
your spoons cold?
They're a little bit cold. I chilled them. Not as cold as yours, I don't
Yeah,
think. They're a
mine
little
are freezing, and it's like a
cold.
love-hate relationship. It's like very cold, but also like really
I know.
relaxing.
And then afterwards, you can go under the eye right here and go from the outside very gently, sorry, from the inside to the outside. And that'll help to reduce any puffiness, especially if the spoons are cold. That's really going to bring down the puffiness in the under eye area. I've actually been doing this lately. I tried it with spoons actually last week, and it just depuffs my eyes so much.
Wow. This
Yeah.
is, it's like the most kind of invigorating feeling. It feels like it's like waking
Hmm.
up your skin. And I don't know about anybody else. Maybe I've been having too much like salt, but my face feels a little puffy lately. So these are really good to kind of drain that. How can I do this area? Should I just kind
Yeah, so I recommend going along like under your cheekbone, but above your jawline. Yep,
of,
just like that, exactly. And you can take it and just like gently push upwards and outwards.
oh, all the way up.
Yeah, well, not too high up to your temple, I would say, but just kind of that lifting motion for the face.
Hmm.
Do you have any places that you like to get in with those?
I really love to do, whether it's with the frozen ones or just the regular kind of, I never know how to say it. It's the gua sha? No.
Yeah, yeah, I pronounce it so wrong too, so I'm not even
I
gonna
totally pronounce it
try.
wrong, but the thing that does that, and it's
Yeah.
really amazing, and I am always raving about them. I do that to just kind of drain this area. And these
Mhm.
things you can actually buy on my friend Georgia Louisa's website, and they're crazy effective and amazing. And but a spoon will get the job done. Okay, should we
Mhm.
answer more questions while we massage
Yeah,
our
I'm
face with
down.
spoons?
Yes, I'm so down.
Let's
Let me
see.
see.
Um, how how do you reduce sun scars on the face? It's a great question.
Ooh, great question. So I would say first off, use a sunscreen because
Mm-hmm.
any way that you're going to start to get rid of those, um, they're going to make your skin more sensitive to the sun. So you have to make sure that you're going in with a sunscreen every single day. But I recommend an ingredient called niacinamide. You can find it in a lot of serums. It gets rid of redness and sensitivity, but also brightens those dark spots from the sun damage. And also vitamin C is another really popular ingredient that's good for brightening those dark spots. But again, you have to wear sunscreen.
Would you
That's a
say
must.
vitamin C in a serum
Hmm.
is the best kind? Okay.
Yeah, vitamin C in a serum or cream, I usually find. Usually it's higher percentage in a serum.
Okay.
Yeah.
I added another question here from Michelle. She said, I'm really insecure about my skin. Girl, I
Hmm.
feel you. I have,
Yeah, feel ya.
depends on the day, but often I'm right there with you. And any tips on how to be more confident?
Ooh, that's a good. You answer that first, Carly. I want to hear your response.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I didn't struggle with my skin until I was in my 20s, and I don't know why everybody's different. I think, hormones certainly play a role in how we're in our skin and in the health of our skin, and I really had to relearn how to take care of my skin from the outside and from the inside. I find that certain things that I eat really affect and flare up in different parts of my skin. My cheeks were getting acne, and I realized the gut and I guess the hormonal kind of connection to skin and how your gut is really connected to that as well. So for me, I feel most confident when I'm taking care of myself from the inside out and from the outside in. And things like, eating well and drinking lots of water really does make a difference in my skin's health. And it makes me feel better. It makes me feel more confident. And then on days when I'm just having a really shit skin day and like pimples everywhere, I really love a good tinted moisturizer, and I find I do things like like do a little bit extra. So I'll do like a flick of an eye. Like if I'm feeling a little not great, I'll like zhuzh it up somehow or do like a great kind of colored lip. But I think taking care of yourself from the inside out is most important.
That's a really good point, especially diet. A lot of people don't realize how much diet can affect their skin. I would also say, and I can speak from skincare because I don't wear makeup on a daily basis, but I would say um, invest a little bit in yourself. And that doesn't mean necessarily spend a lot of money or a ton of money on skincare, but have a few products that you save for like special occasions or that are a little bit special. Because sometimes when my skin is feeling a little rough and I'm not feeling super confident, I'm like, ooh, that moisturizer always makes my skin look really good, or that eye cream always makes my eyes really pop, or something like that, so that when you put it on, you feel like a little like, oh, I took care of myself today. And I think that for me does inspire some confidence because it's more about like, it's a special day rather than, oh, I look like shit, sort of thing.
Totally, I agree. One quick question here, because I have this all the time, so I'm curious
Ooh,
about this.
okay.
Oh, it's actually from Michelle again. Thanks, Michelle, for these great questions. Redness around the nose and
Ooh.
lips and different kind of areas where, but especially the nose. I get really annoyed by like red, and then I find I'm layering on more kind of coverage around the nose, which is not good for clogging your pores. So what can we
Yeah,
do?
definitely. So I'd say first off, the tendency, because I struggle with the same thing, my nose is always super red. Um, I would tend to go in with a lot of treatments or scrubs or different things like to kind of like attack it to get rid of the problem. But a lot of times that can aggravate your skin even more, make it more irritated, more red. And sometimes it's better to just take a step back, minimize it to like one product, make sure you're not overdoing it. But then second, there's a few different ingredients. I'd say anything that's good for like sensitive skin, to put on that area. There's ingredients like green tea or centella or colloidal oatmeal. All of those are really good for bringing down the redness in the skin. My personal favorites are green tea and centella because those ones are
Okay.
just work the best for bringing down any redness and sensitivity that I'm experiencing, and I've made like a drastic improvement in my skin.
I love that. I saw a question here. Do you have any recommendations for a good daytime moisturizer? And
Ooh.
this is my go-to, the Supreme Plus Estee Lauder. It has a really nice kind of light both feel to it. It's hydrating. It's a good base before putting on a little bit of makeup. And then also it has an SPF, which I know, Mr. Hiram, you are all
Yes.
about your SPF.
Yes, I am. I think it's great, and especially if you're someone who wants like minimal, like one product with moisturizer and sunscreen. Actually, recently, it's right here. It's from Biossance. It's their squalane and zinc sunscreen, but the ingredients operate just like a moisturizer. So it's going to really hydrate your skin, but it's the only zinc sunscreen I found that doesn't leave a white cast on your skin, which is really nice. It's very rare to find. So I've really been liking this one.
Amazing. Hiram, I don't want to keep you and everyone watching. Thank you for watching.
Yeah,
But if
thank you
you want
guys.
more tips and tricks from Hiram, check out his YouTube channel and mine, and follow Hiram. Your skincare by Hiram, right?
Yeah, or just hire them on YouTube.
Hiram
That's
on
all you
YouTube.
have to search. Thank you.
Amazing. You're the best. Thank you for sharing your wisdom, and so good to see your face. I miss you.
I know. We have to get together after all this is over.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you, and everyone
Thank
out
you,
there,
Karlie.
stay safe, stay healthy, and give your skin some love. And
Yes.
sending you all love.
Bye, guys.
Bye.